Let's open the lid and just look at that. Nice and steamy. I'm going to just check the firmness of it. I'm very happy with the way it's cooked up until this point. Over here we've got what we call Souskluitjies, one of our very popular South African desserts. The Sunpowa solar stove works extremely well when you want to steam stuff or poach stuff, anything that needs a moist type of heat. And Souskluitjies, which is again a form of a dumpling, is an ideal dessert to make in something like this. Just mixing an egg. And in here we've mixed all our dry ingredients. We've got some flour, sugar, a little bit of salt, and baking powder. All the recipes will be on the website or on Facebook, so you can follow them there. What we want to do is to take some butter, real butter, and we are going to rub it in here with the points, with the ends of our fingers, so we don't melt it. We just want to resemble breadcrumbs. So I'm going to lift this up a bit so it's easier to work with. As you can see, I'm just slowly but surely rubbing it in, working it in. As I'm doing it, it's changing texture and it becomes more like breadcrumbs. I want to make sure we've got all the butter dispersed evenly. This is about the consistency we want to look for. As you can see, very much like white breadcrumbs almost. This we're going to add to our egg mixture and some milk as well. All we want to do at this point is just to bring it together. We don't want to overwork this. Otherwise it becomes more like a meatball than a dumpling. Not too wet, not too dry. As you can see, it's coming together all well. Gracious for this recipe. Very good. Over here I've got in my pan the mixture that we're actually going to use for the syrup. So there's some cinnamon sugar in there, again a bit of butter, and the liquid that comes out of steaming the dumplings we will use to add to our syrup, and that will finish off a dessert. I'm going to use some of the cinnamon sugar just to put it on top of the dumplings when we go into the Sunpowa solar oven. So basically we just want to get these, and don't make these too big. You know, we want them to cook through properly, and they do swell up quite a bit in the water. Make sure we get everything out there as much as we can in there. And then, like I said, we'll just take some of this sugar here, and that goes on top now. If we mess a bit in here, not the end of the world. It's not like it will burn, luckily. Everything's going to happen in the pot, and there we go. Close her up. And we'll check back on her in about 30 or 40 minutes. So again, I can smell the cinnamon, and I'm looking forward to see what's going on in here. Let's open the lid and just look at that. Nice and steamy. I'm going to just check the firmness of it. I'm very happy with the way it's cooked up until this point. Time to take it off, and I'm going to drain this juice, and we're going to put some syrup on top using some of this juices here. Right, so as you can see, the dumplings are very well cooked over here. We just want to lift them out without breaking them too much and put them on our plate that we'll use later. As you can see, the sauce is quite stodgy at this point, but this is the same base we're going to use now to make our syrup with. I'll just open that up a bit. All together, as you can see, nicely cooked. I'm going to give that a bit of a stir. You can actually see how the sugars have cooked here on the side of that cinnamon sugar. Over here we had that pan earlier that had the rest of our cinnamon sugar on top. So I'm just going to again sprinkle a bit on here, but we are going to add some syrup, and we're going to add this into our little pot here. And this will be our sauce for the dumplings then soon. What we do need to do now at this point is, because the dumpling has absorbed the water, we're also going to add some more hot water in here just to get the consistency of the syrup right. Get it on the heat again, on the sun, and then slowly but surely it will make the syrup, which we'll pour over this. There you can see all the sugar has been dissolved. We've got our sauce for the Souskluitjies, and we want to make sure that we get this now nice and coated and soaked in this sauce over here. You don't want to put too much in here. What is left we'll just keep to the side. If someone does want some more sauce on there, then we can just add it.